hello, Joachim here from the Diershof. Today I show you a real farmer's meal. Why farmer's meal? Because this recipe today makes only sense if you can really get the freshest material, so the freshest flowers of zucchini or squash. Here I'm preparing already the stuffing of the flowers. They go then into the oven, and the recipe I have from the internet from an Italian lady. So this is exactly the stuff we want. I changed a little bit the stuffing. She made it based on a fish. I make it based on mincemeat. But the rest is mozzarella, spices, a little bit of fresh cheese, a little bit of egg yolk. I added a dash of ketchup here. I like the sweet flavor of tomato chutney. I mean, ketchup is nothing else than a fine ground tomato chutney or relish. Egg is ready, and here the paniermehl. I don't know if this is known in the Anglo-Saxon world. Kind of breadcrumbs. So let's go and look for some zucchini flowers. You see here in my amazing tomato tunnel with a huge amount of tomatoes. Have you ever seen such a thing? This here. I don't know how many fruit. This is a fantastic variety. I'm really curious to see how it performs. But next to the tomatoes is this guy here growing, not planted. So, but it's such a beautiful plant, and it made already so many squash that I let him grow here in the midst of the tomatoes, and this is what we want here. Back. This is exactly what we want. And this is not the only plant, but look, this is good. I will cut a few, but you know there are still hundreds left for the insects. Obviously, bees and the wild bees like this one here, bumblebee, I would say, they love the pollen of this flower. So I have to be careful when preparing it that I will not be stung by any remaining insect. So I leave this here for the moment. So I didn't pick here more than 5 or so. Let's go over to the squash. Look at this beauty. There will be many great squashes here. So, let's put the basket here. Here under the net is cauliflower. Look how many bees! This is terrific. Yeah, so I have to be careful. There you see 1, 2 fruits already. So let's see what we can get here. You know, I do not take the flowers which are really full of bees like this one here. I have to show you. And I do not take the female flowers, which are huge. I mean, they would be great for filling, but you know, I like the fruit. Look at this flower, a female flower, and look the pollination of the bees. And this must be a Russian muscatnea squash, which I love especially. Okay, back to the kitchen. We have enough just for a small lunch. Let's go. What I'm also doing now, I'm cutting the ends. This should encourage the formation of squash fruit. Look again at this flower. Isn't that huge? Still one bee inside. Go! So. This is the stuffing. Let's fill it in. Carefully. Very delicate. Use the fingers to push it down. Yeah, maybe fingers is better than the spoon. So, put in as much as possible. Now, you hold just the whole thing like a dumpling or so, like this. Now I turn it around in the beaten egg and over into this flour, this breadcrumb flour thing. And over onto the baking plate. Carefully, not cutting. Okay. Huh? Beautiful. So it's because with the rest of the filling for the flowers, let's fill this pâtisson. So you see, I scooped out the inner stuff of this pâtisson squash. Now we put the filling inside. So, great. The lid, that's it. I feel inspired to top it a little bit with curry. Great. Here we are. Sprinkle some olive oil over it. Oil from our son-in-law from Sardinia. This is how they look out of the oven. Let's see.